Muslim tickets. This is also in the Punch newspaper. Plato has joined us this morning. Good to have you here, Plato. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, SM. Good morning, everyone in the house. Good morning, Nigeria.
Thank you very much. All right. Also making headlines this morning, passport issuance rises by 38%. More Nigerians relocate. We've been talking about this a lot. Recent times, there was an article that you sent to me as well, which was an interesting read. Number of passports issued by the Nigeria Immigration Service rose by 38% between 2020 and 2021, the Punch observed. This is an increase from 767,164 to over 1 million passports issued in 2020 and 2021, respectively. According to data obtained from the NIS, the passport types range from standard, official, diplomatic, emergency travel certificates, and refugee passports or conventional travel documents. You can see the breakdown also in this news story. But I don't know if we're alarmed enough at the, not just even if you don't go to the passport office, if you go to if you hear about some of these medical centers where you have to do medicals for, to migrate, the crowd there is alarming. I don't know if our government I keep asking, do they feel like this is something to be worried about?
Oh, well, I'm sure they definitely will feel that it's something to worry about. But then you would also agree with me that, when someone says that you should have a plan B, they're just trying to have a plan B. Or not just have a plan B, but follow it through. But then again, it must also be understood that manpower movement is a normal trend in developing countries, particularly the search for greener pastures. If it's actually green, so you would always see people move from one place to the other. I feel that the fundamental question is, how well are we tapping into what I'll call this manpower movement industry, because it's becoming an industry of a sort. How well are we tapping into it? How well are we looking at rallying diaspora support, diaspora funds and the like into building the Nigerian economy. In the situation where the Apex Bank keeps rolling out policies that makes it difficult for you to engage in forex transactions. Most difficult. You cannot pay more than so amount of dollars, and you're beginning to wonder if you're a diaspora person. Oh, do I necessarily have to have my money? Do I necessarily have to have a Naira account? And things like that. So what I feel we should be talking about, or we should be doing as a country, is looking at how we can tap into that manpower movement industry. And more importantly, it may also be, it's another way of also building the middle class. Don't forget that those who are moving are definitely going to be earning higher compared to what the Naira is. So by the time they are bringing in those funds, you're gradually building your middle class, although in an unconventional way. But then we also know that the development of a country is aimed on the ratio of its middle class vis-a-vis those in the lower rung of the ladder and those on on that higher space in the ladder.
Now, great, but you see, the Japa phenomenon is becoming entrenched in the midst of a larger demography of Nigerians, and there is that feeling of despondency in the face of all those that are trying, struggling by all means, to leave the country. Another thing you see is that the moment they get the nod to travel, if you see them at the airport, they'll be blooming with smile, happy, excited,
exactly.
That more like
free,
escaping,
yes.
It's kind of a situation. And so we need to think about the philosophy behind this. We need to also think about what is running the minds of Nigerians who are desperately wishing to leave I was reading to what someone wrote recently. He said, "I'm 30 years old now, and those of my age mates at 15 that had the opportunity to travel are way better because of the flexibility of the life they're exposed to over there. 15 years down the line, and we are still in a sport and spinning." Because those that have the means feel free to flee. God bless you, Jerry. Now you see the word she used, flee. Flee. I mean, no one runs away
from a good thing.
Something good. So there is something. There is that force that is pushing Nigerians, desiring to leave the country, and that's what we should be thinking about. Why our best brains, as it were, are eager to leave the shores of the country. I know that migration is normal. It's a human phenomenon.
Absolutely.
People move from one point to another. But what is that thing that is pushing our people every time, and that's all they think about? Like you say that the Nigerian dream right now for young people is Japa. And that's the Nigerian dream. That's what they think about.
Without doubt, we know that the state of things and in the state of affairs is not a good one, and there's been that increased trend in the last say 10 years, and every year that crescendo keeps rising. The crescendo to just leave the country keeps rising, and the unfortunate thing is that while we have the manpower movement now, the Nigerian state is the one at loss. Now, a student or a person goes to the university in Nigeria with the education subsidized. Now, when the company trains a person, it expects that there would be, there are some give backs. Now, the give back that person would eventually have is that the manpower is moved abroad, and you have ready manpower moved abroad with a little training here and there, and the person is good. So the Nigerian state is the ultimate loser in this, in this whole bargain. So I feel that, like Sean said, we may begin to look at what are those things, that we can do to ensure what I'll call a youth buy-in into the Nigerian dream, if the dream is still alive, anyways. So a buying into it, when you have that demography buy into it, because if you look at those who are actually also jackpotting, as you may want to put it, they belong to a particular demography. If you're above 40, you begin to look at yourself, okay, what am I going to do
what
there?
Am I give my children?
Exactly.
Right.
So it's about giving them a life, giving the younger generation a life. So the government needs to do so much more.
That's exactly the reason that you get from a lot of young people who have a family, who have maybe one or two children. They tell you that I look at these children and I don't know how they're going to survive, and I think I should give them a better opportunity. What that means is that they hope to give them a good life here.
It's outside
dashed, and then the hope is somewhere else, not here. And I think we need to think about it. I mean, as a people, as government, we all need to think about why are our people eager to run away. Some people will say to you that, look, kidnapping is rife. I mean, one was telling about the story of how he was almost kidnapped along Lokoja Road, and the child, the son, kept saying that, can't we leave this place? So, and when you hear your son telling you that every other time, that when are we going to leave? Or you're seeing majority of his friends left. So that's one thing that we should think about. For me, we have Nigerians who love Nigeria, who probably not want to travel out of this country. But if we can make the situation a bit better, power, security, things can just change in such a way that people will be able to thrive.
Unfortunately, that's a tall order for the government.
Where you can't do your business, easily. What do you want people to do, really? particularly those who have the means.
Absolutely. It's I'm sure it's frustrating for a lot of people, but I don't know if 2023 is around the corner. And I was talking to somebody yesterday who was saying that he believed that 2023 would change a lot of things. Even though I was cynical, because we've had this, we've been here before where we feel like, okay, we're at the precipice of something, great. But the fact that there was one person I met I haven't in a long time met somebody who had that kind of hope. I guess maybe because he's one of the obedience. So there's something about the obedience that, feel like, there's hope. The youths are rallying together again. And the last time the youths did rally together, maybe during NSAS, we had this, hope until it was dashed. So I don't know. Do you think that 2023 will perhaps, I don't know, change?
Let me give a little illustration that I give, in this regard. A man or a woman who has had a tortuous journey in the love journey, eventually meet someone, and they've been talking, and of course building so much hopes, but losing sight of one thing, which is doing a background check on this person you're building a castle in the air with and for, and eventually when the chips came down, it turns out that it's still the same thing. I think there is nothing bad in hoping, really. In fact, hope is the only hope that you have to hope for. So what is bad in hoping? It's even the little pillar, the small pillar a lot of people are holding on to, that is taking them away from, the sphere of despair. So one would not blame them. And of course, a lot of people are hopeful. But the question is, what then happens when or if what you are planning or what, the path you think that it would go through did not go through in 2023? Don't also forget that, like they say, politicians always campaign in prose but rule in poetry. So, eventually goes the path you want. Some people had lofty hopes in 2015. They felt, Nigeria will become an El Dorado, or somewhere close to paradise if the capital of heaven would not be moved here. But then we know where we are at the moment. So that's a thing. I think we should just make sure we, like I would always say, ask the right questions. At the moment, we are still not asking the right questions. Look at the state of the economy. Look at the state of security. Look at the state of, education. We are still not asking the right questions. So when we are now open, without doing the needed thing, asking the right question, then of course our hope is built on, on an hopeless hope.
What a pity.
I hope it makes a difference. I do not want to dash anybody's hope, but I hope that 2023 makes the difference.
Absolutely. All you have is hope. And the moment you lose that, you've lost it also.
It makes a difference. And that we are ready to work out the hope.
Exactly.
Let's not sit in the corners that we occupy and simply be hoping. Just like when you are hungry and you sat down and say, I hope that I
get food.
I get food. I feel with food. Even if it's not in the realms of miracle, I don't think anything will happen to your person. You'll just be hungry and continue to be hungry. But there are some other stories that I think I just mentioned before we go for this break. ASU strike. Students plan to block Lagos Ibadan Expressway today. I don't know how far that will help, but maybe Nance is the one coordinating.
Yes, Nance is actually the one coordinating.
Well done to them, because,
because it was caught yesterday, and Sarah sought to join in the case. Falano was there, and then the man representing the government. And I think this may be a long process, really. It's been adjourned to September 16th. Thereabouts. So imagine how
exactly. Yes.
Because
well, I guess it's because they would want to take preliminary,
but I thought they call something accelerated hearing.
Well, even in accelerated hearings, it does not mean you would jettison the process.
I'm saying that why can't can't they postpone it to maybe today or tomorrow?
Exactly, because you remember I was saying that yesterday.
Today is
I don't have
13.
much faith.
So why are you going
Yes,
to 16?
because if we're saying that the reason why they are going to court is because something has been prolonged, which is affecting a certain, group of people. Why are we prolonging the,
I know the court will have to do the due diligence. So
the court should please do due diligence.
And
We really
even
hope.
Madu's daughter makes public appeal for kidney donation.
That was an interesting one. I mean, wow, I didn't. We all remember the issue. I mean, he was surrounded with the underage, alleged underage.
That wouldn't solve the fact that she has a kidney issue.
Oh, wow. Well, I hope people will now believe. Hopefully, maybe this will help believe.
Well, I think it's not about people not believing. It's about the process and, the media furrow that followed about it, whether it was organ harvesting or it was just...
What organ harvesting really was?
That's exactly, whether it was organ harvesting or organ donation. And then the first one, that the subject of the whole matter, not Ikwemadu's daughter now, the young man, the whole... I don't even want to call donor, because if you say it's a donor, that means there's a place of consent.
Yes.
But I want to be careful about that. Now, the old drama that was put up, I did not agree to it, you agreed to it. So that drama created a lot. But then we cannot deny the fact that this, the person
the daughter
who is
in question does have a kidney issue.
And then the last one before we go is Peter Obi is playing ethnic card to get votes, and he's also planning fake assassination. That's coming from Keyamo.
And he was dragged, apparently, on Twitter. But yes, let's take this break. When we come back, we'll come back to more on Straight from the Dailies. Don't go away.
Rolling in 2, lights, camera, sound, action.
It's here. MTN 5G, it's here. The MTN wonder.
No,
the wonder of
No. This is how your line is supposed to go.
The wonder of MTN 5G has arrived, and it's time for you to be a part of it. All you have to do is pre-order your own 5G router for 50,000 naira only. Visit www.mtn.ng/5G-router. Follow the instructions there and start your 5G life right now.
Today is a good day. A good day to take a walk. A good day to reach for your goals. A good day to finish reading that book. A good day to connect with your friends while doing the things you love. A good day to shoot your shot. A good day to enjoy life to the fullest with Malta Guinness.
Malta Guinness. Enjoy a world of good.
Hello, kiddies!
Yes, Mr. Kappa.
The break is over and it's time to get back to school. That's right. This time, going back to school will be even more fun. With Capri-Sun, you get free pencils, erasers, sharpeners, and more in our free educate in every carton of Capri-Sun.
Get the exciting free Capri-Sun Educate when you buy a carton of Capri-Sun. T's and C's apply. Capri-Sun, the taste of fun.
Fifi, go and do your assignment.
Yes, Mommy.
Mama T, my soup is finished too. Please, I need more soup, eh?
Uncle Big Joe, do you want to finish our soup?
You know your mother's soup is sweet. Ah, Mama!
Madam Naija, welcome.
Thank you. Mama T, what is that coronavirus vaccine poster doing on your door? Or have you started working for them?
Big Mommy, I'm the one who put the poster there. Our teacher said COVID-19 vaccine is very safe and to protect you, me, and all of our family members from COVID-19.
Precisely.
Even Uncle Big Joe, who is trying to finish my mommy's soup. Our teacher knows the right product. Big Mommy, you no go follow who no road.
The COVID-19 vaccine is the best way to protect you and your family from serious illness or death from COVID-19. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Health, the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and partners.
Get up and go, 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 go. With Countdown Choco, go, go, go. Get up and go, get up and go. No matter what you're gonna do it. Countdown Choco, by the rich plus I for vitality. Get up and go. Stay strong till the world take action. Get up and go.
Cowboy chocolate with Vita-Rich plus iron. Cowbell, I wanna milk.
Nine Mobile sọ wípé ẹ lè fi igba náírà ra gígábáìtì data kan tó lé ńlẹ̀. Láti jàǹfààní data tó lé ńlẹ̀ yìí, ẹ tẹ *929*10# látòrí fóònù yín láti jẹ̀gbádùn rẹ̀.
Nine Mobile, a wà fún ọ.
Gbàgbọ́ kí o yege ní ọ̀nà àrà. Ohun ìyàlẹ́nu lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ọ ní FIFA World Cup ní Qatar pẹ̀lú Coca-Cola. Ra èyíkéyìí nínú ọjà Coca-Cola tó ní ìdérí funfun. Yẹ kóòdù abẹ́ ìdérí náà wò kí o tẹ *8014*1 code #. Ó lè jẹ̀bùn ìrìn àjò ọ̀fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ FIFA World Cup ní Qatar. Ẹ̀bùn owó orí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ tí ó ju $250 mílíọ̀nù náà wà láti jẹ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Àdéhùn àti ìlànà òfin bẹ̀rù. Coca-Cola, òṣìṣẹ́ alábàáṣiṣẹ́pọ̀ ti FIFA World Cup FCTPC ló fò ìtẹ̀lú polongo yìí.
Get 70% off.
Say what? 70%?
Everyone loves massive discount because it either helps them save money or get more from their budget. But sadly, every day isn't Christmas. Unless like me, you've got to have the higher thermocool Gen Power Inverter Air Conditioner that helps me save 70% on my electricity consumption. I even enjoy multiple ACs when I'm on Gen. That's less bills and more comfort every single day. So, what will you do with your 70% saving?
Get the higher thermocool Gen Power Inverter Air Conditioner. That's a whopping 70% electricity saver. That's less bills, more comfort. Higher thermocool, always there for you.
Èèyàn mi bàtà yìí mà lélẹ̀ o, báwo ló ṣe rí ojúlówó ẹ̀rà? Ó lọ sókè òkun ni àbí báwo? Pẹ̀lú bíta ṣe rí yìí, ọmọ àkànṣe bíi ìtajà Adidas lórí Jumia ni mo ti rà á o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọjà òkè òkun àti ti ilẹ̀ wa tó wà nílẹ̀, àrídájú wà pé ojúlówó ni gbogbo ọjà tẹ́ ẹ bá rà láti ẹ̀ka ìtajà ọjà náà lórí Jumia máa jẹ́. Àdùn bẹ̀ ni pé ẹ̀dínwó tó gan tí ó wà lórí àwọn ọjà yìí tẹ́ ẹ bá rà lásìkò ayẹyẹ Brand Festival láti ọjọ́ 12 oṣù kẹsàn-án sọ́jọ́ 2 oṣù kẹwàá ọdún yìí, ẹ lè sanwó lórí ìlà pẹ̀lú ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Jẹ̀gbádùn gbígbé ọjà tó bá ju $2,200 wá lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Kẹ̀sì tún dá ọjà padà lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Òfin àtìlànà wà o.
Jumia, your everyday delivered.
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Pick 4, 5, 6 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk. Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah.
lẹ̀ ń ṣe.
Mo ń ṣe oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè PIC 456.
Oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè PIC 456 kẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé. Bákan náà ló tún ní káṣíọ̀mù, fítámìn D àti onígá ńlá protein láti mú àwọn ọmọ rẹ dàgbà kí wọ́n sì lágbára.
Mo fẹ́ràn ẹ̀. Màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè PIC 456 tó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣàtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé fi kún àwọn èròjà ìṣaralóore fún àwọn ọmọ mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Dàgbà kó lágbára kó sì jáfáfá pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè PIC 456 lójoojúmọ́.
Kí n mọ̀lẹ́ fi mílíọ̀nù kan náírà rà náà o. Bóyá rárá kò lè tó ṣùgbọ́n pẹ̀lú 5 tàbí 10.
Gbogbo èèyàn ni olúborí pẹ̀lú ìpolongo Airtel Recharge and Blow. Torí ẹ̀ tẹra mọ́ àlárẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ ra owó ìpè dójú àmì lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ kó o sì gba àdápadà náírà 8 àti pé 100 mílíọ̀nù náírà ló wà nílẹ̀ láti jẹ lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀. Tẹ *444*4# láti kópa. Ìpolongo yìí sì ń lọ lọ́wọ́ báyìí títí di ọjọ́ 21 oṣù kẹwàá. Ó ní ìlànà àti òfin tó rọ̀ mọ́ o.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
We are back. It's Dangote Bag of Goodies Season 3. Yes, spell Dangote and become a multi-millionaire. Category 1, pick up the scratch card in bags of Dangote cement and win instantly. Category 2, pick up the scratch cards in bags of Dangote cement to spell DANGOTE and qualify to win =1 million naira star prize. Category 3, pick up the scratch cards in bags of Dangote cement to spell DANGOTE and qualify to win =5 million naira mega star prize. When you pick an alphabet, then Eagle. One of the alphabets must carry the Dangote Eagle logo for you to win the mega star prize. Offer runs from 5th July to 31st October 2022. Terms and conditions apply.
For a very long time, I was in a toxic relationship with my partner. I kept making excuses. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe I need to refresh. Maybe I should log out and log in again. Maybe I need to go out and climb that tree, and maybe it's just bad. But not anymore, because I found the perfect partner. MTN Broadband. With its reliable and wide coverage, no more maybes, just goals. So, hashtag MTN Broadband and I for life, hashtag relationship goals.
MTN Broadband. Get yours today and enjoy internet bliss. Visit any MTN store to get yours now or visit www.mtn.ng/broadband. MTN Broadband. Data has got you covered.
Sure, you wanna feel that boost? Allow me to introduce Amber Energy Drink. No more shutting down, we're going up. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber now for energy. Go ahead and tell somebody. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber now for energy. Go ahead and tell somebody. Say, what are you waiting for? Yeah, now you can do more because Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber Energy Drink there for you. No need to go too far. You can find it where you are because Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber Energy Drink there for you. Yeah, yeah. Amber there for you. Yeah, yeah. Amber there for you.
Amber Energy Drink. Stimulate the energy in you.
Ibuka capsule full ground. Anytime pain they around. If pain won't show in power, 3 in 1 day. To knock and power. Ibuka pain for body, pain from fever. Any kind pain they bow for Ibuka. That's why I carry up always. Ibuka hammer pain away. Ibuka they buy me always. Ibuka they for you always. Ibuka they buy me always. Ibuka they for you always. Then don't get anywhere.
Ibuka will stand gidigba with you always as you dey pursue your dreams to make life better, and it go better after 3 days if body no tranga. Go see doctor. Na Shalina Healthcare Limited dem market am. Ibuka always with you.
Welcome back. It is still straight from the dailies, and we're looking at some of the stories coming straight from the newspapers this morning. And let's move to this story where, of course, the Muslim conversation doesn't look like it's going to die at any point. And now the Ondo State Governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, has apologized to Christian clerics over the Muslim presidential ticket of the APC, All Progressives Congress. He also appealed to them to help talk to their followers about the need to forgive and give the party a chance. This was contained in a statement issued by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Richard Olatunde, on Monday. Now, according to the statement, the chairman of the Southern Governors Forum spoke on Sunday at the 40th Holy Ghost Convention dinner of the Sword of the Spirit Ministries, and the governor hinged his call for understanding on the need for power to return to the southern part of the country after 8 years in the northern part. He said, I understand our feelings because I'm one of you, I'm a Christian. All of us here are worried. What will be our gain? And why is my party, the APC, throwing up a Muslim ticket? It has been a real issue for all of us, even members of the party. We have debated it, fought it, and done so many things about it. I've always said to people that my fight was for a southern president. Now it has come to the southwest. Will I now throw the baby away with the bathwater? Can I, in all honesty, do it? Should I, in all honesty, do it? I know, does he make a good enough case for the people who are, because I know we're saying, oh, don't talk about, there are people who are, from the last time we talked about it, we saw that there are people who are really passionate about this Muslim, but does he make a good enough case for people in that category?
Okay, let me not take my personal position. Let me look at the merit of what, the APC has done. And in all fairness, if we're being fair, if you have a Christian candidate or a Christian standard bearer from the South, it's most difficult, if not impossible, to have a Christian, if you have a Muslim standard bearer from the South, it's most difficult, if not impossible, to have a Christian deputy from the North. Now, many would say, oh, this and that. But if you understand the contention that has always been between Christianity and Islam in the north, you would understand why it would be difficult to, to have that integration of the northern Christian in the north. Now, let me go a bit into history. How did even what you now call Khan came about? It started, with the northern Christians, and it did not just start with the northern Christians. It started as a way of, what I would call checkmating what they refer to as the excesses of the Sardauna, who they felt was going about proselytizing and converting Christians in the north to Islam. So that contention had always been there, and whether we also like it or not, we cannot deny the fact that the majority in the north are Muslims. Now, this is the thing. You can have a northern Christian who will not be voted for by northern Christians. But it is difficult, if not impossible, to have a competition between a northern Christian and a northern Muslim and have votes go that path. Now, there are several reasons for that. Education, religious fanaticism, or miseducation. Don't let me even call it education. Miseducation is a major player here. A region where you have most of the people are not educated. And when I mean educated not even in the Western sense now, even in the Quran. Now, you have just listening to what you call influencers. Okay, what are the ulama saying? What are these clerics? What are the clerics telling them? Those are the things that sway votes, and that's why you see that some of these acts that we consider quite gory, quite absurd down here will not be considered absurd there. So, if you look at all these things, one would then understand why it is difficult for the APC to have settled for a Muslim. Now, anyone can argue and say, oh, what of the other parties? The other parties, how many of them chose, any serious party? And I had always said this, that as long as a southern Muslim was picked as the standard bearer of any party, a party that is serious-minded will pick a northern Muslim. Okay. It's difficult. It might be a hard pill to swallow, no doubt, but then it is our political reality. And if it's our political reality, it's only if you are being mischievous.
Or politically naive.
That would make you feel, no, you could have. Now, again, let's look at even the South, the northern Muslims that are in the APC. Talk about Bashir Lawal. What acceptability would the Bashir Lawal?
Is Bashir Lawal a power broker?
That's the thing. Talk of Jonah Jang. Even in his own plateau state. So, by the time you look at all this, so you need someone who, let me borrow the article term, the unifier.
Even the argument is all valid, but if you think about Jonah Jang as a valid candidate, he's in the same realm, even if not higher, than the choice of Oshibajo. When Oshibajo was picked, Oshibajo was not indeed a politician, as it were, in that realm. He was Attorney General and the Commissioner of Justice in Lagos State, and then he was picked. So the choice wasn't by his merit, it was by a block.
Yes.
Not
and
just
the
by
decision, the block considered something.
I don't mean he's not qualified. I mean, not because he was a politician and then he chose him, no, but because a power block chose him. So my argument about this, maybe I should restate it again. It's simple.
For fear of being misunderstood.
Yes. So I'll say it again. The people that could argue and complain about Muslims to get more are those who are in the party. And from what I read from Akinola, it seems that they argued about it. There were many of them who were also not happy about that choice.
And that explains why, they had to drag a lot about it.
And what I also saw was it was a compromise of some sort, for them to agree. For him to even come publicly begging people, I guess maybe they couldn't agree to change, that pairing. But now, if you are not happy about it, any Nigerian who's not happy about it, I said again, vote against it. you have the power to vote against it. You know, but if you remain in APC and this had been made as a choice and you agree to it, I mean, the public should, look to another place for their redemption if that's the issue. That was my argument. I'm not saying that I support Muslim or Christian or whatever. I'm just saying that those who are not happy about it should look at another side. That was my statement.
I think I'm even in support of Ogun and possibly Oya worship. Yes, because seriously, okay. I think we need to begin. If you are talking about integration and social inclusion, we may begin to talk, or even have maybe a Rosicrucian and Ekist ticket as well.
So I'll recommend an article. I think I sent it to maybe I sent it to Ronke again. This day newspaper about 2 months ago. It was Simon Kolawole. He said the curious case of Northern Christians.
Yeah.
The curious case of Northern Christians. You can just, pick up that article and read. You see how he dissected the ethnic profiling, the ethnic and the
I think until people down south understand the place and the state of the Northern Christian, they would come to also understand why some decisions are like that.
Okay, we've got somebody on the line, so let's take a few phone calls real quickly. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, is it just me or? All right, number to call is 080-5699-8678 or 0809-155-1055. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Suleiman.
Good to have you here.
Hello?
Hello, yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, please. Please. I would like you to get For instance, I will tell all my listeners that I have lived in the north, precisely the first person in Katrina,
sorry, hang on. We're just having a little difficulty hearing you. Hello? Hello?
Elections without something the difference in how they are made.
I think you should stop. Yeah,
hello? Oh, we're having difficulties hearing you. Sorry about that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, fantastic. Good morning. What's your name, please?
This is Ayukota. I'm calling from Melora.
Okay, go ahead.
I always like Oluwaseun's comment as regard Muslim ticket. Everybody has power of choice. You can choose whoever you like. Otherwise, you are choosing the right party in his own concept. If he gets it, be it to him. If he did not get it, be it to him. Or concern the students who are to go and block the highway today. It is good to protest, but it is not commonsensical. It is illogical to go and block the highway. The enemies of this country are in Abuja. Let them go to Abuja and block the presidential highway. Let them go to Minister of Education office and block it. If they block highway needed to be for Lagos, the masses will suffer for it. This is not good for our country. Our leaders, they don't love us. The only way we can do it is to protect, and when we are protecting, we need to remember what transpired at Lekki, because the government, they can do and undo. The world military government ever did in this country is better than the present administration. May God bless us. Thank you.
If you want to blame students, we should look at the alternative target. If you cannot reach the federal government, find an alternative target. And through the alternative target, you get to, your primary target, really.
Okay, we're hearing that we can't take any more calls. Unfortunately, the time is fast spent. But hey, hopefully join us at 8 o'clock. And we'll definitely have time for more discussions then. Thank you very much, Plateau, for your time.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. All right, my name is Ronke Giwa Onafuwa.
And I'm Oluwaseun. Akinola. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
You can have it hot, big chocolate. You can have it cold, big chocolate. You can have it at home, at school, at work, or when you hit the road. It doesn't matter who you are, grown up or a kid. Enjoy the chocolate to goodness every day, because you need to reach your peak. Everybody needs nourishing goodness. You can never have enough, it's true. Taste the nourishment you can never.
grown-ups, it doesn't matter. Have a rich cup of peak chocolate anytime and enjoy the delicious nourishment of chocolaty goodness.
Peak chocolate it is.
Peak, reach